Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Hazif Farki, metric number 1922101, and this is a video summary of my write-up about the final assessment I have selected to explain the X-bar theory. So in this video, I will be covering introduction to X-bar, what is X-bar, the whys and hows of it. Also, I'll be covering the terms, so head, specifier, adjunct, and complement. Right? And then I'll be moving on to applications with examples of do sentences, and finally conclude everything. So, firstly, X-bar theory is a way of understanding how words in a sentence are put together and how they relate to each other. It's like a map of how sentences are built, with different parts of the sentence fitting together like pieces of a puzzle. However, we arrange it as we do with a family tree. Now I will explain it using what, why, and how to simplify it down further. So what is X-bar? X-bar is a way to understand how words are related to one another and put them together into sentences. Next, why is it called X-bar? The X is used to be a placeholder for a word class. It is similar to how in math, X is used to symbolize something that needs to be determined. So that is the same principle for the X-bar theory. And why is it called bar? So why do we use X-bar? Because the inventor, Noam Chomsky, he wanted a theory that can be used to analyze all languages, but previously all the models were not good enough to explain everything. So it works for English, but it doesn't work for other languages. So he wanted a theory that can be used for everything, all languages. And finally, how? So we break it into sentence or phrase into parts and levels, like a family tree. Now we'll be moving on to terms. So the terms that are used in X-bar theory are head, specifier, adjunct, and complement. So the head is the word that determines the syntactic category of a phrase, such as noun, verb, adjective, adverb, etc. Every sentence has a main word. We call this the head. Head is the word that determines, like I said, the syntactic category of a phrase. In simpler terms, heads are the bosses of a phrase, which tells you what the sentence is about. Okay, heads are connected to other words called sisters, which gives us more info. You can imagine sisters as helpers for the leader. So here we have the three sisters. It's S, A, C, specifier, adjunct, and complement. So first specifier, it appears before the head. So in this diagram here is the head, X. And specifier must appear before the head. So this is the head, and if we go back, it appears before. So here's the specifier. It gives additional optional information about the head. It basically specifies what is the head. And its position is it must be under an XP, a phrase, and sister to an X-bar. As for adjunct, it appears around the head of a phrase. So here's the head, it's close by, so it's adjunct. It gives additional optional information to the phrase's meaning. So instead of giving information about the head, it gives about the phrase. And its position is it must be a daughter to an X-bar and also a sister to an X-bar. Finally, we have complement, and it must be present to complete the meaning of a phrase. It also gives grammaticality of the sentence. So, and its position is it must be a daughter to an X bar. So here it's a daughter to an X bar and a sister to an X. So here is the first sentence. This is to illustrate what I've just talked about. So for the first sentence, I've chosen the Great Wizard is eating quickly. So let's focus on the left branch. Here the main head will be wizard because that is what the phrase is talking about. Now, depending on where the sisters are, they are called different names. If a sister appears before the head, we call it a specifier. It gives more info about the head. So this is the left branch. This is the head, wizard. So if the sister appears before the head, we call it a specifier. It gives more info about the head. So which great wizard is eating? The great wizard. So the specifier here is the. If the sister appears after the head, and it's important for the sentence to make sense, we call that a complement. So let's look at the whole tree now. Would is eating quickly make sense on its own? No, we need someone, so we need the great wizard here to complete the sentence. That is a complement. If the sister appears after the head, so here, this is the head for the whole sentence, eating. If it appears after and it gives extra info about the sentence, we call that an adjunct. So here, the adjunct is quickly. You can say the great wizard is eating, but you want to add more info, so quickly. And then the next sample is the sentence, his wondrous hat was a wonder. So the head here is hat because we are talking about a hat, and that's a noun, so noun phrase. So let's be more specific. Whose is it? It's his. So his is the specifier. Can we give more info about the head? A hat. The sentence says it was wondrous, so wondrous is the adjunct. And now to complete his wondrous hat so that it becomes a complete sentence, we need something. So the complement is was a wonder. So in conclusion, X-bar theory is a way to get how words relate to one another and are organized. A sentence will have a head, which is the leader of the sentence. Its helpers are called sisters, and they give information in the sentence. If it comes before the head, we call it a specifier. If it gives more info about the head, we call it adjunct. If it comes after the head and is integral to the meaning of the sentence, we call that a complement. That is all from me. Thank you for listening. Assalamu alaikum.